Hey YouTube, I'm back again. I was just watching, a couple update videos online today for the new Don Hong, and a couple of content creators were talking about, basically Don Hong being a monster hungry, basically a skill point user. So in my thought, I was thinking about it, and in my eyes, if we want, a skill point sufficient team, especially with the new Don Hong coming out. Pretty much this is what the team's going to look like. The Welt there is pretty much a replacement for the new Don Hong, because he's the basically equivalent imaginary range character that you're going to be seeing, in game when Don Hong comes out. So basically, you're going to have Don Hong there as your main DPS. You have Blade, Arlan. I know people always say Arlan is actually pretty terrible, but in my eyes, with this team, he's actually going to be viable. And basically, let me explain why. He's basically the same type of character as Blade, and Blade here, he scales off HP, right? The more HP he takes away, the more attack, more damage he does. Now, to the extent, as far as I know, Arlan does also, take away his own HP, but I believe he doesn't increase his damage that much. I can actually just double check that real quick. He might get a slight damage increase from that. Let me just take a look at his stuff real quick. Let me see here. Yeah, so basically he increases his HP every percentage. He increases his damage every HP percentage HP. Basically, he loses up to 54%. So pretty much he is a lesser version of Blade, but he does not use skill points. So this is a good tech for you guys to be aware of. This character, along with Blade, they are going to be viable along with Don Hong. So now everybody just said no, Arlan shit. I'm gonna have to say you guys are wrong. Any content creators out there, disagree. You can let me know in my comment section below if I'm wrong. But I have a really strong gut feeling that this is going to be the team that people are going to go for. I do know that the buffing, I'm going to buff my main DPS, that's been the strat as of late. But in my eyes, sorry about that. In my eyes, this is what your team's going to look like. Now you have Luocha to basically keep everybody alive. You got especially you have two characters that are going to scale off HP. And, the only time skill points are being used is probably mainly Luocha, your Don Hong, and possibly Blade for when he activates his special skill to basically enhance his Blade so that he does additional damage. So at most, off of Blade, you're only spending maybe 1 or 2 skill points at most. But it's very easy to replenish those skill points, guys. It's very easy. Especially when you have characters, that do use their main attack, and after he basically enhances his blade, he attacks, you gain skill points back because he's not using anything but his base attack, and then his ultimate helps with more damage as well. So in my eyes, at least in my opinion, my theory, I'm not a theory crafter, it's just in my opinion, this is actually going to be the team that you're going to be looking at. So, if you have an Arlan, I suggest that you build your Arlan. But if you don't have the resources, that's okay. That's all right. This is a game where it's high resource requirement that you would need to build every character. But down the line, once you guys do get the resources that you need, your relics, get your traces up for Arlan, he will become actually a viable character. So there may be other characters that may not be as skill point hungry that I'm just not seeing. As of right now, these two characters, Blade and Arlan, they will be your go-to characters if you want to focus on not burning through your skill points, and of course not having any skill points for the other DPS characters. So if you use any other characters, like for example Silverwolf, if you use her, she is a little bit skill point hungry, especially when she comes to her bug. As you put her on auto, she can use her bug basically twice, twice, in a single rotation. If you have the skill points, especially if she's fast enough. It looks like one rotation, but it's actually two rotations. But if she's quick enough, she'll use her bug like multiple times, and then next you're down to like 2-3 skill points. You're like, what the heck? Where did my skill points go? So with Don Heng, the more skill points he consumes, the higher his damage output is going to be. Now, in my eyes, how you should be building him is mainly HP. Mainly HP. Mainly HP, so he's a little more tanky for and also defense. You do need effect res as well. I'm not very too sure about the crit rate, crit damage. I kind of feel like that it might not be too good for him, and might not do so well. Because he does a similar thing to how Blade does. He enhances his special skill. But what he does is, instead of taking away HP, he consumes skill points to do that. So he is a very similar character to Blade, but he focuses mainly on skill points. So if that's the case, then I'm like, in my mind, I'm all right. Well, maybe I should just do a lot of HP, a lot of basic attack, attack percentage, some raw attack as well. You need defense percentage, effect res, effect hit rate. You're definitely going to need a lot of effect hit rate. Now, if it comes to speed, I would say maybe around like 120 speed for him. That's just like the basic thing. Most of my other characters actually have very high speed as well. So, except for Luocha has apparently 107 speed there. See, even my Arlan is 113. I could definitely probably get that up if I tried. So Kafka 150 speed. I mean, that's if I decide to put her on there. But yet again, she is kind of skill point hungry, so that's kind of defeats the purpose there. See here, so we have it's 132. Okay, so Blade. The heck did my Blade go? There he is. Okay, yeah, so Blade's kind of slow too, so I probably would actually maybe leave him lower for speed. Or I might just try to increase his speed to, maybe like 130 so that he's faster than everybody else. I mean, this is just me spitballing, guys. I'm not a theory crafter. I just wanted to give you guys my thoughts and basically how I'm going to play, the new Don Heng. Originally, I wanted to do, Don Heng, Silverwolf, Luocha, maybe Bronya, but to basically enhance his attack there, his damage, and also advance him forward, so that for the whole speed thing, he's lacking speed. But what you can do is you can put on. Let me see if I have it on here. Nope. Okay, yep. So you can basically put on the messenger set for the speed. You could probably do speed boots, and then of course it gives you increase 6% if you have at least two pieces of the set on your armor. And then on top of that, you would go over here, and then you would use the Wastelander set. So the Wastelander set, so you get your quantum damage. And of course, also for the rope, you definitely want, at least in my opinion, you definitely do want the energy regen rope, so you can get his ultimate a lot more quickly. You definitely want your effect hit rate, so that you could basically use your imaginary debuff. I'm sorry, I kind of stutter on my words a little bit, guys. So you can use your, imaginary debuff, slow the target down. So basically hinders, reduces their turn rate or their turn speed, at least by 1 turn, or so I think. So yeah, so you can pretty much go that route. You do two this armor set, messenger set, and then 2 of the Wastelander set. You get your speed up. You still get your imaginary damage increased there by 10%. And I mean, or you can just go, whatever route you want to go. But I kind of feel like that rocking the messenger set, 2 messenger, 2 Wastelander is going to be your best bet. You are going to want to kind of maybe rock, like I said, HP. Raw HP is always good. I like raw HP. I also like percentage HP. Doesn't really matter when it comes to that. I do here, and this one's actually a pretty good one, guys. I got attack percent, defense percent, crit rate. I mean, crit rate. Okay, I kind of maybe want break effect, so you can break the shield. He's going to be your shield breaker. At least in my opinion, he's going to be a shield breaker. So you want break effect hit rate, so you get your, basically your imaginary debuffs off a lot more quickly. So this one has, this was actually crap. Okay. Yeah. See, more HP. I'll take all the HP I can. Attack percent. Not really liking the crit rate, but I would either prefer effect hit rate or break effect. That's just me. All right, so. At least with the gauntlets, you can use the gauntlets for the messenger one. Let's see, attack on that one. Attack. This is actually pretty good for somebody else. Maybe. Oh, jeez. All right, so these gauntlets, not too good. You see, guys, and that's the thing though too, where it kind of feels like we don't have a lot of time in between each character that we're getting. Maybe we only have like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. It doesn't really seem like it's that long. It kind of feels like the time flies by pretty quickly, in between each banner that comes out, which is not a bad thing. It's not really a bad thing, but it's one of the things where it's like if it was just maybe an extra week, you had 1 extra week to kind of. Sorry, excuse me. If you kind of grind out, your relics and some materials that you need, especially if you're free to play. If you're free to play, man, it's rough. It's rough the amount of time they give you to kind of prepare for the next character. And if you're spending money and you don't have a bulk load of money, and you're basically working paycheck to paycheck, and you got bills. It's like what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? Go bankrupt? No, that's not realistic. So I kind of wish they would just give you a little bit more free time when it comes to that. So that's my thoughts, guys, on that. I did want to do a continuation of the Memory of Chaos. My first video, I only did 3 stages. I don't know if you guys just want me to just blast through that or not. You can let me know in the comment section below. I would just do it all in one session. You don't have to do 2 videos. I'm just trying to post as many videos as I can at this point. I'm just trying to bring you guys as much content as possible. But yeah, so that's my thoughts on that. This is what my team would look like minus the welt. The welt would actually be Dan Heng in this sense. But yeah, so I mean, this video is not very long. I wanted to try and make it a little bit longer. I will say this: if you guys made it to this point in the video, I really appreciate you guys watching it all the way through. And if you have the time, you can take the time out of your day to just hit the like button, subscribe to the channel so you can get future content like this. And of course, when you subscribe, hit that notification bell and set it to all for me. It would really help me out. It helps me grow my channel. It helps me realize, okay, this content is something that you guys want to see. It's something that you like. And yeah, I mean, he is underrated, guys. He is underrated. And of course, I didn't notice, or I just didn't realize it. He is another destruction character. So, what about him? Yep, look at that, guys. Look at that, destruction. Destruction, destruction. It makes sense, because the new Dan Heng, he's destruction, right? So, I can't be crazy. I can't be crazy. I can't be. I can't be crazy. This pretty much would have to work. It would have to work. If you built him right, it would have to work. And I'm pretty sure there's people out there that are big Arlan fans. Look, guys, keep it going. Just keep it going. You know what I mean? Just keep it going. Don't lose hope. He is viable, guys. He is viable. And Dan Heng is basically gonna make that a reality for you. He's gonna make it a reality. And if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. But at least I'm throwing ideas out there. I'm thinking outside the box. I'm not trying to just go with the old trend, crit rate, crit damage. But this is it, guys. This is it. This is the team right here. The most efficient, basically skill point team that you're going to be able to get in the game currently. Arlan, not Silver Wolf, so sorry, Blade, Luocha. Luocha barely uses skill points, and he heals you on your enemy's turn, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter, man. Heals your enemy's turn, heals you when you attack. You don't even have to constantly use his special ability. You can just use his basically basic attack, and that helps you accumulate your skill points. So pretty much, man, the only one who's going to be using skill points, and every once in a while maybe Blade to enhance himself. But other than that, it's just going to be Dan Heng. That's it, man. That's all I gotta say on the matter. If you guys really do like this kind of content, where I just sit here and talk about stuff, if you want to see gameplay, let me know. Let me know what you guys want to see. Because right now I'm in the works of getting my setup complete. Right now I'm just doing content like this without you guys being able to see me. I look forward to seeing you guys not in person, but at least seeing you guys see me, and maybe the maybe the old insults might come my way. You look like a gorilla, or you look like you need to take a couple years off, and whatever. But at this point, guys, I'm just ranting. Again, if you like this content, if you enjoy watching my videos, always come back for more, guys. I'm not going to say it again because I already said it earlier, but about what you should do if you want to see more content from me. And with that said, guys, I'm just going to sign off here. You sign off? You want to sign off? Yeah, so I'm going to sign off, guys.
Nice.
What a revelation. I think I might have just broken the old wonder of how we're supposed to run this character. But yeah, guys, with that said, I'll see you on the next one.